Okay, so welcome back to class. This is module 7 of the complete access control installation and business training. Okay, so this module I'm going to be telling you, explain to you how to just start this business of access control. It's usually good you combine it with either CCTV or fire alarm or intercom or solar inverter. We have all this training module. So when you combine these together, so when you get to a site to meet your client, you can collect like two or three projects together. They are interrelated together. We call them the low voltage. Some people call them, the extra low voltage, project. That's the class they belong to. Okay. So in this module, we're talking about how to register your company, in your locality or your region. Talking about site survey, how to carry out a site survey for access control and know the kind of equipment or devices to deploy and understand your client requirements. This is the commercial part of this module of this training because this is very important. Then also how to source for jobs and how to carry out site survey, and make quotation and close deals. Okay, this is very important. So let's pay attention to this class. Okay, so from the regions we are, which is Lagos, Nigeria, we uh, work with the CAC, the Corporate Affairs Commission, to register our companies. So we can also uh, try to make inquiries in your region, the kind of who to talk to on registration and about. I think US is there are some LLC certificate granting agencies that you can talk to. Some from other regions, West Africa, East Africa, depending on where you're watching this video from. Okay, so we also have to look at our scenario in Nigeria. You can also research on your own locality and see how to do yours. Because making registering a business will make you like a trustworthy and a credible brand. People will know that you're serious about your brand, not using your name to to do business. Okay, all right. So we know a guy in Nigeria which is very reliable. That is WhatsApp number. This guy can help you register your company. In fact, he can even register company for people outside Nigeria in any African countries. He's so well connected and is reliable. We've worked with him several times. You can see he has different plans. You can chat him up on WhatsApp, and this guy will respond. You can also check him on Instagram. He has multiple awards. All right, on Instagram. He's the one that registered some of our trainees, training company rather. Okay, so you can check these guys out. He's very, very reliable. Okay, so let's go back to the next, which is a site survey. Site survey is very important when you're carrying out a project. You have to know your client's requirements. You also have to know the site requirement also for you to do your commercials. You have to look at the entrance point, which is access point, the gates, the doors, the other areas, that requires control. In the case of the school, maybe the student pedestrian point or the driveway for parents and capturing of plate numbers and stuff like that. So you have to ensure that all these areas, maybe classrooms, entrance of every classroom, every student has to have like a ID or their face or their biometric to gain access to the classrooms. All right, so this is very important. You have to look at the power supply. The power is very important because all your equipment runs on power. You have to ensure or confirm if the building has the solar power or inverter solution already. You have to look at the network infrastructure because you probably want to put your device online. You have to know the kind of internet facility they have there. All right, so you have to look at the user requirements. You have to know the number of users that are going to be using your access control. You have to know the number of credentials they are going to be creating. Meanwhile, most of these machines you see in town, they can handle up to, some hundred of thousands of credentials they can handle and manage. So that should not be a problem. All right. So you have to ensure that you carry out your in-depth analysis and survey to ensure that everything is captured from the onset and provision made for them. All right, so you have to do your sketch and know all your doors. Or sometimes you can get your design from the engineer in charge of the building. So this design will give you an overview, an idea of all the doors. You can see all the doors and how to route your cable to the central control panel, or if it's a case of a standalone doors, you know how to route your cable with the uh, AutoCAD or ArchiCAD, file. You can now do your own mapping and calculation based on the design. So always request for design, except it's not available. You can now go and do your sketch. So design will give you like an in-depth, information where the door is. In the case of smart lock, the one that are left opening, right opening doors, and you know how to deploy the right locks based on the architecture of the doors. Maybe it's opening to the right or opening to the left. So you don't buy the wrong smart lock for the doors. So the survey is very, very important, right? So this is a very brief class on survey. So thank you very much for your time. I'll see you in the next class.